When an IELTS speaking prompt asks you to describe an event, the most efficient response follows a systematic blueprint. This is the ISEF framework, composed of 4 specific stages: introduction, situation, experience, and feeling. This structure acts as a structural blueprint, designed to organize the continuous speech required by the assessment. The mechanic is simple. It separates high-scoring grammatical structures from interchangeable lexical variables, the specific vocabulary terms you choose for your story. By treating language generation as a mechanical assembly process, the speaker shifts their focus from invention to selection, moving away from the difficulties of purely spontaneous storytelling. Following these 4 architectural pillars provides a path towards comprehensive prompt fulfillment and consistent fluency. We begin with the introduction, requiring 3 parameters: event type, time frame, and your role. For event type, choose a variable that fits the prompt, like a birthday party, fundraising campaign, or team-building retreat. Stating the event type identifies your core vocabulary subset. Next, select a time frame variable, like just a few months ago or during my final year of university. This selection restricts your grammar to the appropriate past tense forms, providing a consistent structural anchor. Finally, define your role, identifying yourself as the main coordinator or organizing committee head. Claiming a leadership role clarifies the narrative perspective and naturally leads to active voice sentence constructions. Populating these 3 variables satisfies the initial requirements for introductory coherence in the examiner's rubric. In the situation and quantify the stakes. Purpose variables might include celebrating a major milestone, raising environmental awareness, or boosting colleague morale. Assigning a specific purpose provides the logic for the logistical details. You then quantify the stakes by choosing variables like over 100 attendees or a group of VIP speakers. Using high-stakes quantitative data allows for advanced vocabulary. You also list the logistical elements that had to align, such as venue booking, catering services, or the event schedule. Establishing these logistical parameters creates a baseline of stability that you can then disrupt in the next phase of the framework. A detailed situation block functions as the prerequisite for the problem and solution language structures used in Pillar 3. The experience block is the operational core of the response, organized into a 3-step sequence: action, challenge, and resolution. First are the preparation actions, meticulously planning the itinerary, delegating tasks, or negotiating with vendors. Listing these active gerunds demonstrates control over complex fluent descriptions. Then comes the challenge, a sudden caterer cancellation or technical glitches with the sound system. Introducing a controlled hiccup provides the opportunity to describe obstacles and transition to a resolution. The resolution variables follow, such as quickly securing a backup supplier or troubleshooting the equipment on the spot. You finish the sequence by describing the execution with adverbs like smoothly or like clockwork, and noting positive guest reactions. Processing the narrative through this action, challenge, resolution formula supports both lexical variety and logical flow. The feeling block closes the response by categorizing emotional outputs and extracting retrospective lessons. The emotional output variables include a sense of accomplishment, relief, or pride. Identifying these emotions directly satisfies the rubric's requirement for subjective reflection. These feelings are justified by variables like the hard work paying off or receiving positive feedback. Finally, you extract the lesson learned, the value of contingency planning or remaining calm under pressure. Providing an objective lesson learned creates an authoritative, clear conclusion to the spoken assessment. Using final noun phrases like resounding success or major personal achievement will clearly signal the definitive end of your narrative. This structured reflection ensures the response concludes with intent rather than simply stopping. The ISEF framework provides an efficient method for ensuring your response is structurally complete. Systematically inserting lexical variables into this framework allows for the generation of a high-level response on demand. This approach targets the specific difficulties of spontaneous storytelling, offering a structured alternative to navigating the exam through invention alone. This video is brought to you by the IELTS FOCUS 0847 705 973, an English center specializing in IELTS preparation.